welcome back to Well Grown Home. My name is Sarah and today I'll be showing you how I make a fairy garden. The first thing that you're going to need is a container or pot to make sure that you have a place to put this fairy garden. So I've chosen this one. It's a long rectangular window box. It has this black insert inside with plugs on the bottom to make sure that I have proper drainage. And I have this wicker outside around it, and I've painted that white to match my other decor. So inside I filled it with potting soil. I don't like tropical soil for fairy gardens. I don't know why, but it never seems to work out well. I tend to lose a lot of my plants, but I've had great success with just plain potting soil. So I went and bought some more plants, surprise, surprise, and I tried to get pixie plants to make sure that the plants that I purchased are specifically designed to only grow up to a certain height and width, basically a certain size, and some of them will grow bigger than I need them to, but we're going to start with the largest plants and make sure that they have a good spot in here first. So this one is the baby tears, and it will cascade over the side of the planter. So I'm going to put it near the front so we can see that and make sure that it doesn't get crushed anywhere. So I'm just gonna place it right here because that's where it will go. And I'm just keeping them in the pots right now so I can kind of move them around, decide where I want them, change them up as I need before I commit and actually dig them into the dirt. So next I'm going to take the asparagus fern, and this one is nice and fluffy. It gives a little bit more height than some of the other ones, and so I'm going to be placing that one in about here, this area, at least for right now. I'm going to put this pixie fern over in this corner. As it grows, it will start hanging over the side a little bit as well, not fully cascading, but it will flex over. Next, I will take this one, and this is an arrowhead plant, just a miniature version, and I'll put it about maybe there. Next, I'm going to take this one. This one is a purple velvet pixie plant, and I'm going to put it over here. So I did try to take some plants that had a little bit of purple or red in them, just to add a little bit more color, different than the green. So this one, it is fuzzy and just like velvet, and that purple tinge really brightens it up. And then this one here is a silver Sicilian, but if you look on the underside of the leaves, there's a little bit of purple as well. This one I'm going to put up at the front here. Now, I'm going to figure out where I'm going to put all the different decorations. So I have a wishing well, just like this, which is 10 cents. I usually like this one in the back. And then I'm going to take this boat. Now, I'm going to have a pink river because this is my fairy garden and I can do that. And so I need to figure out where I want the water to be. Should it be a stream? Should it actually be like a flowing pattern? Do I want it all just on one side? I think I'm going to try to have it come just around here in like a pathway, just kind of like a little S shape. So I'm going to put this here, and I'm going to use pink stones. These ones I bought at Colasanni's. They were $1.39, so that's pretty darn affordable, especially for a pretty fine grained sands, and they are a dyed powder more so it is definitely more fine than like a big chunky rock that you might find at like the dollar store, but I think it's really pretty and it will definitely brighten up the planter a little bit more. So I'll do that after, but keep moving along here. I kind of have a woodland theme going on, so I also have this teeter-totter. It does kind of bounce back and forth, has little springs in it, and it has little sunflowers as the seats. So if you know me well, my sorority flower is the sunflower, so that's a nice little personal touch. This one I am going to put over here. Then I have these little gopher type little guys here, and they're just hiding under a little flower, and I will put them back here. Then I have this sign. Because it is tall, it will probably do well over in this corner, because it will get height over top of this plant, but over here we already have a lot going on in terms of height. So we want to have higher in the back, lower in the front, and make sure that we have good levels. So this one will be stacked over here. My next item is this little frog. He has a little crown, so he's like a frog prince, and he will go right in the middle here. I'll put him right beside where the river is going. Then I have these glass bottles. One of them says mermaid scales, so I'll either put it just near the river or actually right in the boat. And then I have these other little bottles, just kind of could be like magical potions, maybe they're some rum from a pirate lost at sea, I don't know, but they're again going to go just kind of in here. And then I think we're pretty good. So now that I know where I kind of want everything, I'm going to actually start planting the plants. So as I do this, I'm going to just start on one side and move away across. So I'll pick it up. I'm someone who kind of squishes out the bottom, raises the plant up, grabbing as low down as possible to not rip the plants, just like that. Pour out any dirt, move that over there. And then I'm going to break up the roots a little bit so they're ready to spread on out. So I'm going to keep going through each of these plants and I'll get back to you in a second. Okay, so now it's time to add our pink river. I'm just going to remove the boat just for a minute there. And I am going to take my river. So I'm going to keep going here and you'll see in a moment. All right, now I'm going to take my boat, put it on my little river here, just adjust where those little bottles were. Now my planter is complete. I have all the decor in and all of the plants in. Thank you so much for watching as always, and I hope you are able to make your life a little bit more vivacious with a fairy garden. Take care.